Good afternoon, Banks. Good afternoon, Ella. Good afternoon, Skylar. Good afternoon, Cameron and William. Chip, can you say hi to your friends?
Hi.
All right, so today we're gonna learn about eggs, things that come out of eggs. We also like to eat eggs for breakfast. Do you eat eggs for breakfast?
I ate an egg sandwich for breakfast.
You ate an egg sandwich for breakfast. So we have a few of our very special friends joining us. Chip searched his room high and low to find his special friends that hatch from eggs. So who did we find that hatches from an egg, Chip?
This was in my really old room.
An alligator hatches from an egg. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Who else hatches from an egg? What is it?
A froggy.
A frog hatches from an egg. Who's next? A pterodactyl or a dinosaur hatches from an egg. Fireflies and insects hatch from eggs. And our last one is an owl. Owls and birds hatch from eggs.
Yeah, they're both.
Now, after this lesson, I want you to go search high and low in your house to see what animals you have that hatch out of eggs. And let us know if you have a lot of eggs, animals that hatch out of eggs, or just a little like us. We had a lot more mammals. Mammals are animals like us that grow in their mommy's tummies and they give live births. All right, so before we get too into our eggs, let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Chip, please go to the pledge. Find the flag. All right, and our hand goes where?
Heart.
On our heart, and we stand up tall. And we face the flag. All right, repeat after me. I pledge allegiance
I pledge allegiance
to the flag
to the flag
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and to the republic
and to the republic
for which it stands,
for which it stands,
one nation,
one nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you for saying the pledge. Let's do our calendar really quickly. All right, our month has not changed. Our month is still A. April. Our year hasn't changed either. Our year is 2020. Our number for today is
9.
9. All right, and it's still spring. And our weather today is hot and sunny. All right, let's go back to the table.
Today,
All right. So I have some eggs here. What do you think might be inside my eggs? Do you think candy's in these eggs?
yes.
I wish candy was in these eggs, but candy's not in these eggs. Things that are in my eggs are animals that come out or hatch out of eggs. So, what hatches out of eggs? Reptiles hatch out of eggs.
Chameleons.
Reptiles are things like snakes. Can everyone slither like a snake? All right, and come back to your spot. Reptiles are like snakes and lizards, turtles, and alligators. Can everyone chomp their hands like an alligator? Chomp, 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 chomp. Alligators, snakes, and lizards are reptiles. Most reptiles lay eggs. And that's a turtle coming out of an egg. All right, another thing that might be in my egg besides reptile are birds. Birds, such as chickens, penguins, and ostriches, lay eggs with hard shells. Can you think of any other types of birds? Because all birds lay eggs.
Eagles.
Eagles lay eggs, nice job. So can everybody flap their arms and fly like a bird? So reptiles lay eggs and birds lay eggs. All right, let's see who else likes to lay eggs.
We have
Amphibians. Repeat after me. Let's say the word amphibians. Ready?
amphibians.
Amphibians. Now you say it.
Amphibians.
Amphibians are animals like frogs and toads and salamanders. Amphibians are animals that like to live in the water and on land. So since a frog's an amphibian, can everyone hop like a frog and tell me some ribbits? Ribbit, go froggy, go. All right, come back. So we have reptiles that come out of eggs, birds that come out of eggs, amphibians that come out of eggs, and lastly, fish hatch from eggs. Fish such as salmon and trout lay lots of eggs in the water. Do you know another type of fish that lays eggs? What's another type of fish that you know?
Penfish.
A penfish, sea bass, marlins, all sorts of fish lay eggs. So inside these eggs, I have some reptiles, birds, amphibians, and fish. You're gonna get to tell me what it is. So let me crack open this egg. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be a bird, a fish, an amphibian, or a reptile? It is what is it, guys? It's a chicken. So is a chicken a reptile? No. Is a chicken an amphibian? Does it live on land and in water? No. Is a chicken a fish? No, a chicken's not a fish. Is a chicken a bird? A chicken is a bird. All right. Let's see who's coming out next out of my egg. Crack, crack, crack. Bop. Ooh. Did I get a dog?
No.
No, I didn't get a dog. A dog would be a mammal. What did I get?
A penguin.
A penguin. Is a penguin a reptile? Is a penguin an amphibian? Is a penguin a bird? A penguin is a bird. All right. Who's coming next? You want to crack an egg, Chip?
Yeah.
Okay, crack, 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 crack. Who's hatching out of yours?
Turtle.
A turtle! Do you remember what category a turtle is? Oh, you matched it. Is it a reptile or an amphibian?
Amphibian.
Oh, it's a reptile. A reptile. All right, let me get our next egg. Pop! Oh, it's another penguin! So is a penguin a bird or a fish?
Bird.
A bird. Who's it gonna be?
A bird.
A bird, a bluebird. So that definitely goes with what category, Chip?
Bird.
A bird. Oh, you're doing our next one? Who's inside that egg?
So hard.
Okay, pop it open.
No.
All right, come on, Chip.
This is. Oh, it fell on my hand.
That's gonna be our last one.
Alligator.
An alligator. Do you remember what alligator is? A reptile. All right, good job. So that's what hatched out of our eggs. All right. So I also have a book called An Extraordinary Egg. And it has two animals that hatch out of an egg. This is a frog and this is an alligator. And this is a big old pebble egg. Is everyone ready to listen?
Yeah.
Before we start the book, I want everyone to fly like a bird. I want everyone to chomp like an alligator. I want everyone to slither like a snake. And I want everyone to hop like a frog. All right, back in your seats with your listening ears on. An Extraordinary Egg is the title. On Pebble Island, there lived 3 frogs, Marilyn, August, and the one who was always somewhere else. I wonder where he would go. That one's name was Jessica. Jessica was full of wonder. She would go on long walks way to the other side of the Pebble Island and return at the end of the day shouting, "Look what I found!" And even if it was nothing but an extraordinary little pebble, she would say, "Isn't it extraordinary?" But Marilyn and August were never impressed. So what is Jessica finding? A little pebble. One day, in a mound of stones, she found one that stood out from all the others. It was perfect, white like snow and round like the full moon on Midsummer's night. Even though it was almost as big as Jessica, she brought it home. You guys see in there the shiny pebble? I wonder if it's really going to be a pebble. I wonder what Marilyn and August will say when they see this, she thought, as she rolled the beautiful stone to the small inlet where the 3 of them lived. "Look what I found!" she shouted triumphantly. "A huge pebble!" This time, Marilyn and August were truly astonished. "That is not a pebble," said Marilyn, who knew everything about everything. "It's an egg! A chicken egg!" "A chicken egg? How do you know it's a chicken egg?" asked Jessica, who never even heard of chickens. Marilyn smiled. "There are just some things you know. Touch your nose if you think this is going to be a chicken egg." Chip thinks it's going to be a chicken egg. Let's see who hatches. A few days later, the frogs heard a strange noise coming from the egg. They watched in amazement as the egg cracked, and out crawled a long, scaly creature who walked on 4 legs. How many legs do we walk on? 2. "See," exclaimed Marilyn, "I was right. It is a chicken." "Is this a chicken?" "A chicken," they all shouted. The chicken took a deep breath and grunted. Each of the astonished frogs a look, and in a small, raspy voice, "Where is the water?" "Straight ahead," the frogs cried excitedly. So a chicken did not come out of that egg.
No.
What came out of that egg?
Alligator.
An alligator. Let's see what's going to happen. The chicken threw herself into the water, and the frogs dove in after her. To their surprise, the chicken was a good swimmer, and fast too, and she showed them new ways to float and paddle. They had a wonderful time together, playing from sunup to sundown, and this went on for many days. Then one day, when Jessica was somewhere else, August and Marilyn saw a commotion in the water. Below them, someone was in trouble. Quickly, the chicken dove into the dark pool. August and Marilyn were frightened. After a few moments, the chicken reappeared, carrying Jessica. "I'm all right," she called. "I got tangled in the weeds, but the chicken saved me." Did the chicken really save Jessica?
No.
Who really saved Jessica? An alligator. From that day on, Jessica and her rescuer were inseparable friends. Wherever Jessica went, the chicken went too. They traveled all over the island. They went to Jessica's thinking place and to the Great Pebble Monument. One day, they went to a place where Jessica had never heard of before, and a red and blue bird flew down from a tree. "Oh, there you are," it exclaimed when it saw the chicken. "Your mother has been looking for you. Come, I'll take you to her." Do birds come out of eggs? Yes, they do. They followed the bird for a very long time. They walked and they walked. They walked under the warm sun and under the cool moon. And then they came upon the most extraordinary creature they had ever seen. It was asleep, but when it heard the little chicken shout, "Mother," it slowly opened its eyes. and smiled an extraordinary smile, and in a voice as gentle as whispering grass, "Come here, my sweet little alligator." And the chicken climbed happily onto the mother's nose. "Now it's time for me to go," said Jessica. "I'll miss you very much, little chicken, but come and visit us and bring your mother." Jessica couldn't wait to tell Marilyn and August what had happened. As she neared the inlet, she shouted, "Guess what I found?" And she told them all about it. And do you know what the mother chicken said to the baby? She called her my sweet little alligator. "An alligator," said Marilyn. "What a silly thing to say." And the three frogs couldn't stop laughing. That's a good story, and it has all things that hatch out of eggs. So let's think for a second. What did we like most about that story? Or what was something interesting? Chip, what was something you found interesting in that story?
About the baby alligator.
What did they call the baby alligator?
A chicken.
A chicken. That is silly. All right, so we have one more activity to do. Chip, please go get some scissors. All right, so I have sent your parents this sheet. This sheet is full of things that hatch out of eggs and things that don't hatch out of eggs. The things that don't hatch out of eggs are called mammals, and they grow in their mommy's tummy. So I need you guys to get a pair of scissors. Please put that down. Chip, please cut out the first row.
How do I do this? How do I do it?
Cut out the first row, please.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. And then our friends are going to help us figure out if they hatch out of an egg or if they don't. So everything that hatches out of an egg is going to go on this page.
And
Okay, cut.
some eggs just be plain.
Well, yeah, some eggs are for eating.
Yeah.
We eat chicken eggs.
Yeah, from chickens. And chicken.
Here, Chip, I'll help you. Can you hold the phone for me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to cut them out. Chip, you're going to be the videoer. Okay, put it on me. That way our friends can see.
No.
All right, so I cut out a polar bear. Do polar bears hatch out of eggs? No, they come from their mommies' bellies. So I don't want to put it inside my egg. Does a crocodile hatch out of an egg? Yes. So I'm going to put the crocodile on my egg.
But what do you need? Glue.
Yeah, I can get glue, but I'm going to first make sure I get it correct. This is a camel. Camels come out of their moms. They're mammals. Here's a dog. Do dogs hatch out of eggs? Are dogs a reptile, a bird, a fish, or an amphibian?
No.
Nope. So they don't go on our egg. And you can continue to do that for the whole sheet at home. Thank you very much. Bye.